The Texas Tech football team returned home to Jones Stadium over the weekend for one of the biggest matchups of the year. But could the Red Raiders claim one more home victory in their long-running rivalry against the Longhorns? Coming up, MCTV's Alejandro Salazar has the score and highlights from the Red Raiders' Big 12 season kickoff.
Service week wrap-up last Friday here at Texas Tech, but not before students had the opportunity to help the local community enjoy some fun and free events. Find out how students can give the gift of life and get creative before the festivities come to a close.
And people from all over the South Plains headed to campus last week to pay their respects to those who gave their lives in the fight to maintain our freedom. We'll have a final look at the traveling Vietnam Wall.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Austin Garrison.
And I'm Daquisha Houston. 13 years, 10 months, and 23 days, that's the amount of time that passed since the last time Texas Tech football beat the Texas Longhorns here in Lubbock.
That's right, Daquisha. On November 1st, 2008, Michael Crabtree caught a pass from Graham Harrell in one of the most memorable endings in program history. And over the weekend, the 2022 Red Raiders squad hoped to finally set things right as they met up with the Longhorns in what could possibly be the final time ever in Jones AT&T Stadium. MCTV's Alejandro Salazar was at the game and brings us a recap of Saturday's historic showdown.
Texas Tech opened Big 12 play with a thrilling overtime victory over the Texas Longhorns. After trailing as much as 31-17 at one point, Texas Tech came back with touchdowns from Sir Roderick Thompson and Baylor Cupp. A 45-yard field goal would give Tech the lead 34-31, but with 21 seconds remaining of regulation, Texas drove down the field in 3 plays to score a field goal to force overtime. In overtime, Trey Wolf drilled a 20-yard field goal for a 37-34 overtime win over number 22 Texas, leading students and fans to rush the field for the second straight home game. The Red Raiders will travel to play Kansas State this Saturday at 11 a.m. in Manhattan, Kansas. The game will be broadcast on Big 12 Now on ESPN+, and to view the rest of the Texas Tech football schedule, make sure to check out texastech.com. For MCTV, I'm Alejandro Salazar.
Saturday's overtime victory was also the biggest win so far in new head coach Joey McGuire's first season. McGuire has led the Red Raiders to 2 wins over ranked teams after taking down number 25 Houston here in Lubbock 2 weeks ago. In both cases, Texas Tech knocked their opponent out of the top 25 rankings, but so far it hasn't been enough to get the Red Raiders recognized for their upsetting efforts. Hopefully that will all change this week as Texas Tech heads north to take on the Kansas State Wildcats in Manhattan. K-State is ranked number 25 in this week's AP poll after defeating Oklahoma, who was ranked in the top 10 before Saturday's matchup. This week's game is set for an 11 a.m. kickoff with TV coverage on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
In other news, Texas Tech recently announced another fall enrollment record as the university prepares to celebrate its 100th year of existence. On Friday, Texas Tech sent out a press release stating that the university broke their record for the first-year students. With 6,850 enrolled for fall 2022, the new number was 2.6% higher than last year, making it the largest freshman class in school's history. 23% of the new students graduated in the top 10% of their class, and a large amount identify as first-generation Red Raiders. The announcement also stated that since 2012, the number of Hispanic students at Texas Tech has doubled, and the Black and Afro-American community population has increased by 50%. Friday's press release did not include the total enrollment for fall 2022, but up to last year, the university has set up an overall fall enrollment record for 13 years straight.
Last week, university encouraged students to help out the local community during service week. From Monday through Friday, several campus groups and local organizations provided opportunities for members of the tech community to help those in need. The Battle of the Halls blood drive was held every day last week in the Sub-Red Raider Lounge. During the drive, students could choose to have their donations count towards a competition between the on-campus residence halls, with the winner to be announced this week. Vitalent, a local blood bank, set up mobile donation stations, inviting all students to come out and help save lives.
This is our semi-annual Battle of the Halls blood drives that we do here at Texas Tech. We do it in fall and spring semester just as a way to make sure all the hospitals have the blood they need. So we just invite all students to come down to the Red Raider Lounge and donate blood.
The Battle of the Halls blood drive officially wrapped up Friday on 5 p.m., but Vitalant is always looking for donors to help fill the local need for blood. If you would like to donate, you can make an appointment to stop by Vitalant's donation center by visiting donors.vitalant.org.
The Students Activity Board also played a big part in Service Week, giving students several opportunities to discover how they can help out the local community. But on Friday, SAP also offered a fun and free event as a service to students who could use a little stress relief this semester. SAP's sensory bottle activity took place in the sub courtyard from noon to 2 p.m. Friday afternoon. Students passing through the sub could stop off and fill a bottle with special liquid and then add another object to form a unique and relaxing personalized keepsake. Supplies was limited for the event, but SAP hoped that those who participated would find it useful to help reduce stress as the semester continues.
Sensory bottles are used in early childhood development to kind of help kids with like sensory aspects and also calm down. You can count everything that's in there and then listen to the sounds and everything, and it's really calming, and it's also used as a therapeutic tool as well. So yeah, we're just trying to let people have fun and make their own sensory bottle.
Even though Service Week has come to an end, SAP still has plenty of fun and free events planned for the fall semester. For more information on future events and activities hosted by student activity boards, just visit sap.ttu.edu. Mostly sunny skies and warm weather is here back at the forecast again over the weekend, but a cold front moved through last night, bringing a few changes to the area this morning.
At 7 a.m. today, temperatures dropped to 55 degrees at the Lubbock International Airport, marking one of the coolest mornings that we've seen since the spring. But will cooler temperatures be sticking around as we head into the first full week of fall? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The MCTV Tower Cam is showing mostly sunny skies this afternoon. Temperatures have been slowly climbing since the cool start this morning. We just reached the 80-degree mark, but it won't get much warmer today. Highs are expected to only reach the mid-80s before sunset. Temperatures will drop off again tonight, but it won't be as cool as this morning. Lows should drop back into the upper 50s with a continuation of clear skies. Highs will be a little warmer tomorrow, with temperatures expected to reach the upper 80s. We'll also see a lot more sunshine and a slight breeze this afternoon. The forecast should stay pretty consistent the rest of this week, with highs remaining in the upper 80s. Lows will hover around the 60-degree mark with the chance of some days starting out in the 50s. But it looks like temperatures as cool as this morning won't be back in the forecast for the near future. Looking ahead, near a repeat of conditions between now and the end of this week is setting up a beautiful start to the fall season.
As we mentioned earlier, the Texas Tech football team made history this weekend, defeating number 22 Texas for the first time in more than 13 years. But the football team wasn't the only set of Red Raiders who took on a ranked Longhorn squad. Texas Tech soccer meet up with number 25 ranked Texas yesterday afternoon at the John Walker Soccer Complex. The Red Raiders headed into Sunday's matchup after starting a Big 12 play with a 1-1 tie with West Virginia on Thursday. Unfortunately, the Red Raiders didn't have a chance to add a tie against Texas after Longhorn forward Trinity Byers scored an unanswered goal. The Red Raiders had 4 shots on goal during the contest, but none of them went through. Tech lost to UT 2-0. The Red Raiders continue Big 12 play this Thursday on the road as they headed to Stillwater to take on Oklahoma State Cowgirls. The game is scheduled to start at 7 p.m. with live stats available through texastech.com.
Texas Tech volleyball also started conference play this weekend after a successful preseason. The Red Raiders headed to West Virginia with an 11-2 record with hopes of starting the Big 12 season in winning style. Texas Tech started Saturday's matchup by dropping the first 2 sets of the Mountaineers, but the Red Raiders recovered and won the next 3 straight sets to bring home their first conference victory, 3-2. Freshman Ellie Balmer had a career-high 32 assists, along with 4 digs and 3 blocks. Senior Kenneth Sauer also contributed to the victory with 16 kills, 22 digs, and 4 blocks against WVU. Overall, 4 players had 10 or more kills, which helped Tech pull away and reverse sweep the Mountaineers. Red Raiders volleyball hopes to continue its winning ways as they welcome Kansas State to the United Supermarkets Arena on Wednesday night. First serve is set for 6 p.m. with TV coverage on Big 12 now on ESPN+. Last week, a special traveling expedition made its way to the Tech campus, showcasing one of the most iconic war memorials in the United States.
The stop here is at Texas Tech gave the university and Lubbock communities a chance to remember loved ones who gave the ultimate sacrifice in service of our country. The American Veterans Traveling Tribute's Vietnam Wall was set up in Memorial Circle last Wednesday through yesterday afternoon. The exhibit featured a smaller scale version of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial located on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. Students, faculty, staff, and local residents had the chance to view the memorial in person each day to remember the impact that war has on our country. The display also featured the names of other U.S. service members who were killed during the conflicts that have happened since the end of the Vietnam War. Last week's visit included an open ceremony, several wreath layings, and a closing ceremony yesterday afternoon for families who have lost loved ones who served. The traveling Vietnam Wall was packed up yesterday and will make its next stop in Tampa, Florida. So Austin, did you have a chance to visit the Memorial Wall this weekend?
I actually have, and I gotta say it was a very nice opening ceremony that I attended to, honoring our veterans past and present.
That's good. But that's all for today's of MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you on Thursday.